What is happening, house lovers and explorers? Welcome back to another video. And in this episode, we are taking a look at a beautiful old Federation villa that was recently demolished down in the historic seaside suburb of Glenelg North. As you can see here from above, both Glenelg and Glenelg North. Now, for all of my overseas viewers, and for anyone else who's not too familiar with South Australia, it was in 1836 where at the shores of Glenelg, the first European settlers landed aboard the HMS Buffalo, including Governor John Hindmarsh, who proclaimed the province of South Australia at the site of the old gum tree, also in Glenelg North. And this tree is also known as the Proclamation Tree, as pictured here. Also, an exact replica of the HMS Buffalo was constructed, which was actually used as a family restaurant for a few decades, only to be also demolished back in 2019 for a more profitable redevelopment. So, as we head over the Buffalo and across Adelphi Terrace, the beautiful old home in question is just here at 2 Canning Street on the corner of Laycock Lane, which is named after the Laycock family who built this home. And I will elaborate on that further as the video goes, including some more cool history with the first dwellings and residents of Canning Street. But before we start the explore, I just want to take you back to the start of this year when I uploaded another old classic home of Glenelg North, also found here on Adelphi Terrace at number 22. Now this old beauty and its neighbour, as I showed, had to make way for a huge redevelopment project taking hold here at Glenelg North along Adelphi Terrace. I actually moved across from the state of Victoria in 1996 here to South Australia to play football with Glenelg, and from then to now have seen huge changes made down here in Glenelg, which are not all bad and obviously some much needed for tourism, but unfortunately it always comes at the price of old historical homes. And that will be always a cycle for generation after generation to witness, as did those before my time here that saw the first sets of high-rises going up. Anyway guys, let's get into this explore. I hope you enjoy. What is going on, explorers, house lovers? Alright, today we are checking out this beautiful old early Federation villa, return veranda villa. Now I actually remember an application for demolition going in for this place about 2 years ago, about July 2019. Now the demolition fences are up. There were residents in this home up until a few months back, and then it was cleared out. I have taken a quick walk through there. It's pretty much all intact except for a few missing mantles, so let's go and check it out, guys. This is a beautiful example of the grand old homes that used to exist. Were built back in the day here. And I guess I can give the location. We're down in Glenelg, Adelaide. But it's kind of hard to get a clear view of the facade with the fence there, but I'll get some good still shots, guys. Check this place out. And these statesman homes, these big grand homes, a lot of them always had a palm tree or two at the front. beautiful tessellated return veranda. All this beautiful fretwork, distinctively Federation, that sort of stuff. There's a nice little courtyard and backyard as well. But we'll start through this door here, guys. Check it out. Huge parlour room straight away, and that's what I mean. Missing mantle there. I think there's a photo or two on the real estate site for this place. But look at the beautiful ceilings as well. You got the deep cornicing. Yeah, I must admit I hadn't checked up on this one for a month or two, so I'm not sure how long it's actually been accessible, but not too long, I wouldn't think. I think the salvage guys have taken the mantles and that's about it. And they did actually have a little information booth set up in the driveway there, which pretty much took up the whole driveway. Information booth to sell the condos that are going up here, and that's recently gone. Would have been a beautiful mantle, no doubt about it. We'll go this way. So that's the side entrance. Now this is the front room off the street, the one where you got the intro shot. Again, the mantle is missing, but they've left all these drapes behind as well. I think they're very smooth. It could be velvet. I'm not an expert on material, but it feels like it could be velvet. That's lace. There we go, let some more natural light in. Bay window. I did notice these are all reproduction light switches. They're in the same vein of the old ones, but they're actually reproduction ones, those. But look at the ceiling work again. They actually added the little ceiling lights. Yeah, the real estate site has this as a 1900 build, and it would be anywhere between 1900 and 1910, this style. Maybe even a touch earlier. But it's Edwardian for sure, Federation features. Nice colourful yellow paint in this one. Alright, that's the first crack I've seen, and that's actually not too bad considering some I have seen. So we'll keep moving down this way. This is probably a little, what they call a little reading room, or sometimes these little rooms have the old root cellar in them as well. This is more like a bedroom, this one. Small bedroom. I really love the layout. You've kind of got a T section. It's almost like a double T section hallway. And we've got the loo. Oh, the loo had a nice, I'm assuming that was the door for the loo, yeah. The loo even had some LED light. Now the mudroom, still got a slate floor, this one. Back porch mudroom, and this is a bathroom. a laundry and the bathroom. There is 2 bathrooms, so this is just like your back one. I did notice another bathroom when I took a quick walk through before. And here's the back courtyard, and there's another section of the yard over the other side of the roller door there. But we'll go down towards the kitchen. Oh yeah, there's the bathroom I saw before. This is your main one, fancy one, check it out. Check out the spa, even the huge mirror next to the spa there. So there's 3 toilets. Whoops. I'm not sure why someone took the time to smash that, but that's the noise you can hear. I'm standing on all the bits of ceramic. And the kitchen. There's a root cellar. But this looks like it's had a parquet covering added to it. It's had the 80s cabinets added. Pretty large kitchen. I'll try and flick up the, here we go. Oh. We'll go down there for a look. Not designed for tall people, these root cellars, that's for sure. Oh, this one's your only... Oh, I'm just kind of sitting on the steps, guys. Yeah, this is your pretty basic food storage. Wine cellar. There's always like a trapdoor there with a kind of like a dumbwaiter that you can lower supplies down from outside. Saves you hauling all the old goods down here back in the day. But that looks to have had a marble top added there. I'll quickly duck my head and actually walk down. Check it out. Yeah, that's marble. Yeah, it's probably been covered over, paved over. Okay guys, before we take a look at the rest of the home, I think it's a good time to delve into a bit of the history attached to it. And as mentioned earlier, this home was built by the Laycock family, so let's start off way back in the early 1900s, when the Laycock family were living on Ellison Street in Glenelg North, which is not too far from Canning Street. Also, Ellison Street leads to the old gum tree on McFarlane Street. I should note that Glenelg North was originally known as St Leonards, as you will see in the directories here, and was so up until the 1930s or 40s, I believe. Unfortunately, I could not pinpoint the exact home the Laycocks owned on Ellison Street, as street numbers only consistently appeared in the 1930s, but it was on the east side of Ellison Street, and it was owned by William and Annie Laycock, and they were there from the 1880s. As seen here, William listed as a monument mason or a monumental mason, which is a stonecutter, and the Laycocks indeed were a family of stonecutters. The following year, William passed away, leaving his wife Annie and second eldest son Peter listed at the address, seen here in 1900. And right up until 1911, when Peter is listed as a monument mason also. Also, his now adult sisters Annie Jr. and Charlotte, along with his younger brother Harry, who's listed as an accountant. The following year, Peter moved away from the Ellison Street home, and it seems as though became involved in the building of the initial dwellings on Canning Street, as at this point there were none listed on Canning Street. But in 1913, there were 2 dwellings listed, and then the following year, Peter was listed at number 5 Canning Street, and at this point there was only 4 dwellings, all on the north side, as seen here. Now all of these homes along the north side here are beautiful homes, with number 5 being built from sandstone, and 3 and 1 being built of bluestone. Number 7 looks to have been replaced with an early 80s units block. So it seems while Peter was living here at number 5, a brand new Federation villa was being built directly over the other side of the road, quite possibly by him and his family of stonemasons. As in the following year, he was listed here at 2 Canning Street, which was the first dwelling on the south side. But no sooner did Peter and his wife Ada Ruth move into their new home, Peter was off to World War I at the age of 43 years of age, and he was sent off to the 27th Battalion, but then was transferred to the 19th Battalion when he was discharged in February of 1916 from being injured in battle. Peter returned home to his wife at Canning Street, but he unfortunately lost his youngest brother Julius in battle only months later, in July 1916. Julius was fighting in Pézeres, Somme, France, when he died at the age of 31. In 1928, Peter lost his wife Ada when she passed away at the age of 57. Peter continued living at his family-built home right up until his death in 1950 at the age of 79. And according to the old street directories, it seems Peter's niece, Miss Maud Laycock, was living with and possibly caring for him when he passed away, as she appears at the address immediately after. And then an M. Clascombe moves in with Maud and seems to take over ownership in 1955, as Maud no longer appears at the address after that. And in fact, Maud went on to marry, at the age of 77, to a John Thompson. She enjoyed 8 more years of married life before passing away at 85. So that is as much history as I could find out regarding number 2 Canning Street. Some long-time residents on Canning Street are worth mentioning, and they are the Cutts family, who lived in this beautiful villa at number 1, the original owners since 1913, up until at least 1973 when the street directories end. Also the Hogan family, who were at number 5, and they took up ownership after Peter when he moved across the road to his new home at 2 Canning Street. So the Hogans were at number 5 from 1915 to also at least 1973. By the 1970s, high-rise apartments and tourist-driven ventures were popping up everywhere down in Glenelg, but as you can see on this postcard from 1965, the high-rises are not quite present at this point, but here in this late 70s one, the area has been cleared out, right next to this home where you saw the apartments in the intro. That area has been cleared out for this tall building to go up, as you can see here, which is number 5 Adelphi Terrace, and that was completed in 1983. It's always so interesting to be able to see and hear about the changes over the decades, including the history of the residents. Anyway guys, let's check out the rest of the house and finish the explore. And as I recall, I think I was just heading up the stairs of the cellar. So let's go. Alrighty. So we'll have a look outside. Yeah, you would want some undercover section here because you pretty much lose your privacy with the big tower there. And even though the deck of that one kind of overlooks their yard too, so I didn't have a great deal of privacy here, did they? Sitting next to that. But yeah, the development that's going up here is a seven level, and it's a mixture between private residences, holiday accommodation, and a few little businesses as well, probably cafes and restaurant. But it's 7 levels. Probably won't be as tall as that, but it won't be too far off. It'll be more modern than that one though. So you got the carport. Well, if this opens up, we'll go out this side. Nah. Just let this car go past. I think it's doing a U turn around. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get in trouble. The place is wide open, but sometimes neighbours can be wary of people snooping around. Collecting his afternoon worms. But yeah. So much character, these old villas. I mean, just look how well they're made. That is sandstone. homes going up these days are built as well as that. Hopefully they sell off the palm tree and... Oh, look at that! There's a rosella sitting there. I'm not sure if you can see it. A parrot? No, it's a parrot. It's one of those colourful ones, guys. The backdrop of the sun is not really letting my camera catch it. I'll quickly take a photo, guys, and I'll insert the photo now. Pretty cool. He's just like sitting in a little, probably a nest in there. Anyway, I'll go back inside and wrap up the video. Actually, we'll go and check the shed. I don't think we went through here. Or I don't even think it's a shed. Oh, it is. Yeah, see that was where the root cellar trapdoor was. So I'm not sure what this is. It is some little shed. Yeah, little workshop. Looks like they had things hanging up here. Alright, we've seen a lot. What a shame. But I will keep an eye on this place, and I'll probably come back here and visit this place a few times and just wait to see when they start actually knocking it down. And I'll dig up as much history for this one as I can, guys. And if I already have, you've probably seen the majority of it, because this home is well worth the effort of telling whatever backstory I can find on it. What an amazing place. And structurally, we only saw one crack in this room, really, in that corner. So it's not like the place or the motivation to knock it down is due to structural damage, not by a long shot. It's just location, location, location. Alright guys, on to the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one. And I will see you in the next explore, wherever that is. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye. And guys, just to close out the video properly, I'll leave you with some somber images of the old villa being demolished, as they brought in the Yellow Devil on the 21st of September and started knocking her down. 107 years she stood, and it's fair to say she still had plenty of years left in her. Alright guys, as I said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next explore. Cheers. Bye.